YouTubers, welcome to my channel. I want to consider what I'm doing today like a special, because normally I would not give these wackadoo trolls the time of day. But we're in a situation that has to be talked about because it's so detrimental to people involved. It has to be addressed. And you have to look at what is happening to understand how bad it is, and not just to say, oh, okay, yeah, well, what, you know, that's crazy, and keep it moving. No, looking at this, addressing it, and really understanding the full effect of what this has done needs to be looked at. And that's what I want to do today. And I want to talk about this criminal behavior of these Meghan Markle trolls. The things that they have done has gone beyond simply commenting and venting. It's gone to a point of pure criminality and trying to assault Samantha Markle simply because they don't like the truths that Samantha says about Meghan. And I want to address it because I think a lot of parents go through something similar when it comes to your children. And I know for myself, raising my son was so much easier than my daughter. I'm just gonna keep it real. The drama with girls is off the chain. Boys just kind of go with it. Girls are another thing. And this is the situation that Samantha Markle has been having, raising her teenage daughter now in the public limelight because of her sister, who has become celebrity. And now Samantha's whole life is opened up to the world because it's suddenly become interesting because she is the sister of Meghan Markle. And what these people are doing is they're airing out grievances and things that have gone on in Samantha's life publicly. And it's so unfair to do something like this only because she's living her life as a private person. And what they are doing are dredging up things from Samantha's past, falsifying information and putting it out there like it's fact. This is criminal. This is criminal behavior. And when I show you some of the details of this, you're going to see how much criminal involvement is within this whole thing around Samantha and what she's been going through. It's really quite sad, and it's horrible. I know if I had issues with my daughter where she wanted to do things that I knew were against her own personal interests, I'm going to stop that. And this is the situation with Samantha. And so the story around what's going on with her is there was this falsified report by Samantha's ex-husband and by her daughter around child abuse. The courts found that there was no child abuse. There was nothing that she got charged with. People can make false accusations against you all day long when they're upset. If they want to cause you harm, they'll make up things, they'll lie. And if things are not proven in a court of law, it's not true, because that's where all the evidence is gathered. This is where people bring what they have to prove their allegations. And if there are no substantial allegations, it's thrown out. It's not substantiated. And that's what has happened with Samantha. And I'm not going to get into the relationship of Samantha and her ex-husband, but let's just say that Samantha's daughter, she wanted to go off with a much older man. And if you're a parent and you love your child, you're going to stop that. You're not going to allow something like that to move forward. And if you don't like it, then that's just too bad. And most children and ex-spouses would agree. But in Samantha's situation, they retaliated, they meaning the daughter, and has accused her of abuse. Now, if you know Samantha, you know that she is in a wheelchair. Her mobility is very minimal. Anything that she's going to try to do is just not going to happen on her own volition. She is going to need support. And I don't know anybody that's in a wheelchair that's abusing somebody that's going to be believed. Like, there is no way you can believe that Samantha is actually abusing somebody and she is confined to a wheelchair. And the person that she supposedly abused is a young teenager. You can look at that and see that did not happen. That is a lie. You take things away from your kids to protect them. If you don't care what your kids do, you're going to let them go off and do whatever they want to do. And the struggle becomes when it's time to put your foot down and to prevent things from going further, because you know, and I know, we've lived our lives and we know the bad that exists in this world. And sometimes, unfortunately, young kids, they just don't see the dangers of the world. They think they're invincible and that they can go out and do whatever they want to do, and they'll be young forever, and let me just go live my free life and go run out buck wild in the world and do whatever I want to do. And if you're a parent that loves your child, you're just not going to allow that to happen. And so what has happened with these trolls, they have essentially come into Samantha's past when these false allegations were made against her, and they have put it out there in social media as if it is fact, as if it is true. How would you feel if someone researched your personal background and put your history, even though nothing was ever substantiated in a court of law, like put your court trials or whatever conflicts you may have had with people, and has put that out there on social media and shared it? How would that make you feel? This is the behavior of the trolls of Meghan Markle. Their behavior is criminal. And anybody that supports people that do these kinds of things, you're just evil. You're just simply an evil person. The truth is that Samantha's life and the things that she has gone through in court with her daughter and her ex-husband is their business, and that information should not be shared. It should not be allowed on social media, and it should not be applauded as some kind of vindication or a counter to a narrative that Samantha gives about her sister. The thing is that these trolls, they don't want to see the truth. They don't want to see things that would cause most people to just go the other way. They want to do things that are going to create the fantasy in their head, things that they wish could be true. They are trying to create these things. And if they have to falsify documents, if they have to lie and create narratives that are completely false and fabricated, and even if it means taking federal documents, state documents, and forging them, they'll do it. That's how sinister their behavior is. That's how disgusting their behavior is. Samantha's ex has tried to get an order of protection against Samantha, and it was denied by the courts. Children's, Youth, and Families Department, they could not articulate any abuse in any hearing that was had. It was never articulated. There was never anything that said that, yes, there was abuse caused by Samantha Markle. That was never there. It was a lie. It was, in fact, dismissed with prejudice. It had absolutely no merit. But the sickos, the wackadoos, they want that to be true. So what do? They'll take official court documents and they will manipulate it to make it look like it is true. And the reason why I know it's not true is because I have seen the transcripts, I have seen the letters, and it is not what they're trying to perceive it to be. Samantha Markle was never criminally charged. Fact. It was a bogus allegation. It never happened. But they want you to believe this. I think if you are someone that is a celebrity and you know you have fans that admire you, that want to do great things for you, you would never allow something like this to continue. And we all know that Meghan would never step in and tell her fans not to do such mean things. As a matter of fact, I think she just might encourage it. I mean, my opinion. So how can it be that this is going on and that it's allowed to continue? Do you think it's being put out there by higher ups? Well, we know allegations around negative stories around Samantha were put out there by Meghan in emails to who? Jason Knopf. We know she has the propensity to do that. She has done that. And I would not put it past her to have this kind of stuff done by people who she no doubt considers beneath her. She would want them to do things like this. I don't understand how you can get away with this. It just goes beyond belief that you can have so much entitlement and still not do the right thing. That your mentality is like a criminal. You just want to be a bad person with all of your privilege. You still have the mindset of being devious. And I don't understand this mentality. I don't understand how you could not stand up for what is right, what is the truth, especially when you sit in your lap of luxury. What does it harm you to make sure that the truth is out there and not lies? Because I believe that this is all trickling down from the top where Meghan is and her branding, her PR, because they want to destroy the family that Meghan has disowned, because they will keep checking her. They will keep checking Meghan's lies, and she doesn't like that. And so whatever can happen to destroy the lives of her father and her siblings, she wants that to happen, because that will help her to not have to work so hard to keep this fairy tale narrative going on. It helps to keep the false story of I'm a princess and I'm special and I don't have a family that I knew before. It helps to keep that moving forward without opposition. Because Samantha and her brother Thomas Jr., they are keeping the truth out there. They are checking the falsehoods. They are checking things that Meghan puts out there that are lies. And the only way she can stop it is to destroy their lives, their reputation. Anything about them that they may say has to be discredited, because they cannot have a voice to counter her royal voice. The fact is, Samantha's daughter Noelle was never abused. She was never even spanked by Samantha. I have this firsthand information. I've seen the transcripts. I've seen how the lies, the crazy exaggerations to try to paint Samantha as this really bad and evil woman of a mother have been put out there in the most ridiculous way. And the courts looked at it and said, this has no relevance. This has no merit. It is complete nonsense. People need to know what's going on. And in order for Meghan to actually put a stop to this, she needs to understand that this is happening. And no doubt she knows this is happening. No doubt she knows that her sister is being treated like this, because we know Meghan has done the exact same thing that the trolls are doing. So it's almost like she's out there living this fairy tale princess life, but on the other hand, she's out doing these very mean and malicious things to keep the narrative going. I've seen these posts that these trolls do. They put out information, they change the information in the official court document letters, and then they repost it. What these trolls want to do is they want to defame Samantha, because they are sad or they're upset that Samantha is speaking truth to their leader, to their Meghan Markle, and they don't like it. So what do? They fabricate information to make it seem like these are official documents. Get the documents. Go look at them online. You'll see the things that are being posted online are not true. They are manipulated documents. And also, posting this information about a minor on social media, there's something about that. I don't think that is legal. Like, you can get away with posting illegal documents about a minor on social media? How far does this go? Why do they feel that they have to take it there? Why do they feel that they have to do such mean and malicious things to this woman who is in a wheelchair? Is her voice so powerful that they feel that they have to do such mean and nasty things to her? Look, the truth is this case was dismissed 5 years ago. These allegations by Samantha's daughter were never substantiated. They were never validated by a court. They had no merit. They were lies. They were made up, exaggerated nonsense. A reasonably thinking person can look and see that Samantha Markle is not capable of physically abusing a 16-year-old girl. Common sense would tell you that cannot happen. How would she be able to, in a wheelchair, be able to physically abuse someone to the extent that she needs to move out of the home and she has to go live somewhere else because her life is in danger? If your child was trying to do something that you knew would harm them in their future, would you not be upset? Would you not put a stop to it? Would you not do what any reasonable parent would do to put it into that? And that's no different than what Samantha Markle has done. The reality is Samantha Markle loves her daughter very much. She loves her daughter very much. She would like to one day see her daughter again and to reconcile with her, because she understands that this is a bond, a special relationship, and all she wanted to do was protect her daughter. But if your daughter is doing things that go against the grain and that she wants to participate in behavior that is detrimental to her well-being, not only seeing a much older man, but also getting involved with organizations and groups and spirituality that's very, very seedy and demonic. I don't think any parent would look the other way. Samantha didn't. That's all she did, is she wanted to protect her daughter. Who can blame her for that?